Hello class, this is Dr. Fenton. In this video, I wanted to show you how to work through a statement of stockholders' equity. And what's not given to us here is they don't give us the amount of the dividends, the cash dividends paid. So we have to compute that. That was sort of a trick in here. Also, another thing you had to watch out for is to be able to put the correct amount in here for beginning common stock balance. Okay. Now what I've done, let me go back one page. I've already completed the income statement, and I think all of you are getting this okay. You always list your revenue first, then list your expenses, dollar amounts, and then I think this added up automatically for you. Then subtract from revenues your total expenses to get net income. So I've already done this for us to save time. And of course, all the information is up here at the top, okay, the end of year information. So let's go to the statement of stockholders' equity. The first thing we need to do is find out the beginning common stock balance. Let's scroll up and see what they give us. It says common stock that has been issued, including $4,000 that was issued this year. So this is the information at the end of 2021, and the balance in the common stock account is $23,000 after $4,000 was issued during this year. That means they must have started out with $19,000. So we're going to take 19,000, add 4 to get the 23. So again, it's the ending balance in common stock minus the stock they issued during this year, this year only. That's $19,000. Let's drop $19,000 right here. Hit enter. And then I'm going to go straight down. I filled these in automatically to save time. We're going to have issues of common stock. And remember, that was $4,000 they told us. Whoops. Okay. And then in this column, we do not add net income. We don't take away dividends. And so the ending balance is that $23,000 that is right here. Okay. So just the way this is set up, and it's telling you at the end of 2021, the common stock balance was $23,000. But they also told us that during the year, they issued another $4,000. That means the beginning of the year balance in common stock must have been $19,000. So there you go. Let's look at the retained earnings column. We need the beginning balance in retained earnings. Let's go up, find retained earnings right here, and they tell us this is the balance at the beginning of the year, $26,400. You have to read this fairly close. Everything makes a difference here. Every word in here makes a difference. So 26.4 drops in. Now we're going to add the net income. We don't add issuance of common stock to retain earnings. That's under common stock. So we need net income. So let me go back to the income statement, $23,000. So now let's drop $23,000 in. There we go. And now what we need is the ending balance in retained earnings. And we need to find the dividends. Now, they did give us the retained earnings balance at the end of the year. Let's scroll back up and read this right here, retained earnings. When it says just retained earnings and gives you the number, and this number is for the end of the year, this is the amount we're looking for the end of year balance for retained earnings. Now remember, we went to this one. This is the beginning of the year. They tell us this directly. Beginning of the year, the balance in retained earnings was $26,400. At the end of the year, it is $39,200. So now let's take the $39,200, drop it in right here. Now, if you took $26,000, now if you take the $26,400 and add the $23,000, you can see that that equals $49,400. Well, those don't add up to 39. So that means something reduced retained earnings a little bit more, and that was the dividends. So if we take 26.4, whatever balance you have here, and remember, this is the same problem you have with that proctoral exam, initial exam, just different numbers. So same thing, different numbers. So take this 49.4, subtract ending balance, and this is 10,200. And I'm going to add it myself on my calculator to make sure. So I'm going to take 26.4 plus 23,000, because net income always increases retained earnings, minus dividends, 10.2, hit equal, and 39.2. So it works out fine on my calculator. So you're given three of these four numbers. You're given beginning retained earnings. We found net income, so you have that here. They give you ending retained earnings. And to force this to work out, you have to find the balance that goes in here, the amount for dividends. So in the retained earnings column, you'll have beginning retained earnings 26.4 plus the net income of $23,000. Then you'll subtract the dividends of 10,200 to get the ending balance of 39,200. So anyway, now stockholders' equity. We just total everything across. So the 19,000 plus the 26.4 is 45.4. The 4,000 comes across. Only one thing there. Net income comes across. There. Dividends next. 10.2. And then we can either add and subtract down. You'll add this, subtract this, or add across. Either way, you'll get this final number. And so that's going to be 23,000 plus, I'm going across, 39.2. That's 62,200. Okay. I'm going to go down and check this. So I'm going to take the 45.4 plus 4. I am typing the numbers into my calculator as I do this. Plus 23. Now let's take away the dividends of 10,200, and there's 62.2. All right, so that adds down. Of course, you subtract out dividends, it adds across, down and across. Now what you will do, take this number 62.2, go to requirement 3, and drop it into retained earnings right here. And yep, drop that in, enter. Whoops. I should have clicked, I guess. Clicked, and then 62.2. Okay. All right, and then you'll fill out the rest of this, the rest of the assets and liabilities. Don't put dividends in here. Don't put net income. Don't put expenses here. Only retained earnings. And in fact, I'll do common stock. Common stock. And let's look at the balance. Down here, 23. Okay. And that would be your stockholders' equity section. Then you would add your assets over here and your liabilities over here. Okay. Let's go back to here. Let's just check our work. And it looks like everything is okay. So I hope that was helpful, and good luck with your studies.